Hi everyone, Jean-Pierre from teamtennis.fr French website and teamtennis.net English website, former tennis coach in France. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about this racket. This is the Head Gravity MP version 2023. So it's still a very nice control-oriented tennis racket with a great access to topspin, great for players with a modern game looking for a good amount of control, with a decent power, easy to swing and comfortable. We are going to talk about this racket in details. So it's the version 2023 of the Gravity MP, tennis racket with a slightly reduced power that nevertheless offers a good access to topspin, which is not always easy to find, control and topspin at the same time. Compared to the previous version, the two main new features are first the addition of the Auxetic technology and the reduction of the stiffness from 62 to 59, making the racket more flexible and a little more comfortable in my opinion. To quickly locate the gravity line compared to other head lines, the Head Prestige are the least powerful rackets. The Head Radical have a slightly reduced power, but they are still accessible. The Head Speed have an intermediate power. The Head Boom are slightly more powerful than the Speed, interesting for topspin. The Head Extreme are powerful and topspin oriented. And finally, the Head Gravity are close to the Radical in terms of power, perhaps a little less powerful, but it's close, with a better access to topspin. Let's talk about the technologies we can find on this racket, and we are going to start with the new feature on this racket, the Auxetic technology. This is one of the essential differences with the previous model. Head now integrates Auxetic technology into the Gravity tennis rackets. This technology corresponds to the use of materials which have a counterintuitive property of becoming thicker when stretched and thinner when compressed. These materials are used in the upper throat of the racket to improve the sensations and to have a nice response even when you off-center the ball. This racket still has the Graphene 360 Plus technology already present on the previous model. It provides stability without having too much weight. It also helps for power and comfort. Before I continue with my feelings on the court for your tennis equipment, I advise you to go at Tennis Warehouse Europe or Tennis Warehouse USA. I have a partnership with these websites, and it's very nice from you if you use my affiliate link to buy there. Doing so, you will help me continue the videos I'm doing on YouTube. You can find my affiliate links in the description under the video. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue with my feelings on the court with this Head Gravity MP 2023. I'm going to start with the power provided by this racket, and first I show you on the screen a comparison in terms of power with some of the rackets maybe you already know. So the Head Gravity MP 2023 is a control-oriented tennis racket with a slightly reduced power, which is among the least powerful rackets among those with a head size of 100 squared inch. The fairly thin profile of 22 millimeters, the low stiffness of 69 and the tight string pattern 16 by 20 are the elements that will contribute to reduce the power of the racket. The 100 head size will help compensate by providing both power and forgiveness to the racket. Personally, I was really surprised because I thought I would have more difficulty generating power with this racket. The racket is more flexible than the previous model I tested, with a string having about the same tension, head length to 1.25 millimeters, tension 24 kilograms. I should have a little less power, and finally I had better feelings, especially on my forehand. I really liked the racket in all areas of the game. It's really a good surprise for me. On the forehand, I really felt the control and slightly demanding side of the racket, but I didn't lack ball length and I had a good power control compromise. On the backhand side, I loved slice and topspin hit backhand with power. I appreciated the control provided by the racket, which allowed me to hit powerful backhands with confidence, great sensations. The ultimate test for power for me is on the serve, a shot where I can easily lack power, and even on this shot I managed to have quite correct power. Well, good technique is still required, in my opinion, to generate decent power. Pay attention to this. But in this category of rackets, the Head Gravity MP is not too hard to play. Given the relatively low weight of the racket, Players with a good level with somewhat short swings should be able to swing the racket easily to produce swing speed and power. The Head Gravity MP is an attractive racket for players with a modern, aggressive and topspin game who seek control but at the same time who want the forgiveness and access to topspin of a 100 square inch head size. Now concerning the access to spins, I had excellent feelings on my slice backhand, very nice feeling of control I really liked. Like the previous models, the Gravity MP has a versatile head size of 100 square inch with a slightly rounded shape in the upper part. It facilitates the access to topspin. The 16 by 20 string pattern is slightly tighter than a 16 by 19. However, access to topspin remains very easy. I had excellent sensations on my forehand, a shot where I use topspin a lot. In particular, I was able to accelerate the racket quickly to lift low balls with topspin. Access to topspin is not completely extreme and crazy, but really I found it very easy. Just a little harder on the serve, but the topspin serve is not really a shot I master. So I really find there is a very good access to topspin with this racket. The maneuverability is another area where the racket was a pleasant surprise. I expected to be a little more bothered by the slightly head-heavy balance of 32.5 centimeters, but thanks to the reasonable weight and the average swing weight of 319, I finally had very good maneuverability. Given the racket's average weight of 295 grams and the fairly thin profile, it's even interesting in my opinion to have a little weight in the head, to have stability, power, and not to have a ultra maneuverable racket which would lead to do whatever you want technically. This maneuverability is interesting for making quick swings, for example in situations where you are short of time or simply when you have short swings. The slightly rounded head of 100 square inch didn't bother me at all for maneuverability on my one-handed backhand. On the serve, the maneuverability facilitates the speed of swings and power. It helps me to have the correct power despite my lack of amplitude during the racket drop. Nevertheless, I think it's better to have rather medium or large swings and a correct technique to generate power without forcing too much. I enjoyed the comfort of this version of the Gravity MP, which I found a bit more comfortable than the previous version I tested. I found it gave a bit more vibrations. It may be related to the Auxetic technology, which can provide more comfort. In any case, I had a lot of fun really playing with this Gravity MP. I found my shots quite clean with little vibration, very nice. The flexibility of the frame led me to feel a slight deformation of the frame on my really powerful shots located at the top of the racket. Personally, it didn't bother me, but this feeling will depend on each player. Moreover, I found the tolerance of the racket very good, thanks to the 100 square inch head size, which is a little rounded in the top of the racket. So guys, to conclude, for this Gravity MP version 2023 racket I really liked. It was really fun to play with this racket. Very good mix between power and control. A really nice surprise for me. I could play with this racket. It was really nice. I would recommend this racket to players with an intermediate or advanced level who want a medium weight racket, but not for beginners. It would be too difficult. Players with a modern, powerful, aggressive and topspin game style, or semi-powerful with flat or slice shots. Players, in any case, able to generate power with their game. Players who are looking for control without wanting a racket that is the most demanding. Players who are looking for a racket with a head size of 100 square inch for forgiveness, access to topspin, a little power, while having excellent control. And finally, players who are looking for a good level of comfort and a good maneuverability. Guys, I stop here for this video. I hope it will help you. If you're looking for a new tennis racket, feel free to ask me any questions in the comment. Have fun playing tennis, and I see you very soon in another video. Take care. Bye bye.